Hello and welcome to the highlights of day 3 of this second test match between the West Indies and India from Kingston, Jamaica. The wicket here on day 3, still a good wicket, plenty of grass covering, a bit for the spinners, bit for the seamers and plenty for the batsmen. Excellent cricket wicket. The overnight scores: West Indies 87 for 7, 329 runs behind India's 416. Jasprit Bumrah 6 for 16 overnight. Mohammad Shami 1 for 19. Let's go and join the action.
Jimmer Hamilton from Anguilla on 2. And Rakeem Cornwall, big man from Antigua, on 4. Mohammad Shami got rid of Shimron Hetmar yesterday. I love the base of his running, the wrist position, incomparable.
Bye.
Close one, close one, close one. No review. Morning, Sunny.
Morning, Bish. Yes, the first ball itself swinging in a little bit to Cornwall. You can see that he's just gone there. Yeah, clearly it would have gone down the leg side. Sometimes, of course, the umpires get a little bit deceived by the follow through. They all count. They don't have to be off the middle of the bat. Looking to play the drive. The front foot was not quite there. Big gap between bat and the pads, that inside edge. Nowhere near Rishabh Pant. That's a quick 2. Not an easy 2, but a quick 2. He's become a cult figure. You're right, absolutely right. Well, Bumrah had to watch out.
Yeah, short ball, and it does for Cornwall. The first one that he's received this morning, proving too hot to handle from Shami.
He's got a very good bouncer. Mohammad Shami does have a very good bouncer. It's accurate. It comes skidding at your face. Never easy to negotiate. That's what he's done. You can see that. Very, very accurate bouncer. And a simple catch there to Ajinkya Rahane. So his stubborn resistance for 31 deliveries comes to an end. Cornwall gone for 14, 8 down, 97.
Kemar Roach joins Jamal Hamilton.
Getting closer to 1,000 runs in Test cricket. 135 runs away. That is a very good shot. Leaning into the drive. It was a half volley, but it still had to be dealt with. It still had to be put away. Yes, leaning into the drive, which was wide. A wide half volley. Good timing on that.
Yeah, no great swing. Half volley easy to put away on this surface. Nice shot, nice glance from Kemar Roach. No rabbit with the bat whatsoever.
Yes, the incoming delivery. Got inside the line and glanced it very, very fine. See, he's got inside the line and played it really well. Bumrah is much more squarer. He had no chance. That ball was bowled at over 144 kilometers per hour, so off the bat it went quickly too.
Looks very easy on the eyes. Kemar Roach. If you didn't know he was a low order batsman, you'd think that is a shot from someone at the top.
Yeah, while everybody else has struggled in the last 2 test matches, this man has hit some glorious shots. He played a few of Ravindra Jadeja in the last game, and this is as good a shot as you're going to get. Not a half volley, decent delivery. Look at that, he's placed it through covers.
Oh, but this one's gone. Ishant Sharma joins the action for the bowlers in the wicket tally. Hamilton's debut innings comes to an end for 5. A good dismissal outside that off stump. Had Hamilton pushing at the ball, trying to hit it into that empty cover gap. Flew away to slip, and a sharp catch, Viv.
That's success for Sharma. He defended pretty well. Pretty good catch from Captain Virat Kohli. And you can see Hamilton would be a little bit disappointed, caught Kohli. Spent some time at the crease, 59 deliveries for 5. So it goes to show you that 117 for 9.
This is going to be caught in the cover. It is. Jadeja joins the party. Kemar Roach going for the big hoik over the top. Skews it away into the covers. Very easy catch there. And now we'll have to see when the Virat Kohli is going to ask his West Indian counterparts to bat again, or whether India will bat. I think that India may bat again. Here we go with the wicket outside the off stump, thrown up. Very easy catch from Mayank, who could have his pads on again in a few minutes. We'll just confirm to you what we think, that India will be batting again. Kemar Roach gone for 17, West Indies all out for 117. Virat Kohli applauding the umpires off. Jasprit Bumrah takes all the plaudits for a brilliant effort. And another side note for you as well, Ishant Sharma, taking his wicket this morning, became the most successful Indian quick outside Asia, passing Kapil Dev's 155 wickets on 156 now. So a brilliant team effort from India, who look like they'll be batting again. So the West Indies first innings comes to a close. 117 all out. Shimon Hetmeyer top scorer with 34. And the 3 wickets falling this morning didn't add too many runs to the overnight total. For India, Ishant 1 for 24 from 10.5. Bumrah the pick of the bowlers, 6 for 27 from 12.1. Shami with 2 for 34. And Jadeja picking up the last scarp, 1 for 19 from 11.1. So there we go. India 416 all out, and West Indies in reply 117, 299 runs behind. Jason Holder, what does he say to his team? How does he try and rally them and get some enthusiasm amongst these boys?
Let's hope that they get some quick wickets. That, I think, would be the main talk. It's been pretty humid here in Jamaica, and it's going to be a tough ask for the Windies pacemen, because certainly they are at a disadvantage at this particular point. And the most important thing is for them to get some quick wickets. Roach, if he can do that, Channon Gabriel can come to the party in this particular innings and sort of nullify the run scoring factors for India. That, I think, would be the main plan.
Absolutely. And opening up for India, Mayank Agarwal. He's good average, 45. Got 50 in the first innings, but he's failed to convert any of his starts so far in this series. Kemar Roach is going to take the ball for the West Indies. You've got to feel a bit sorry for Kemar Roach. Seems forever to be bowling. KL Rahul at the non-striker's end. His average 35 for a player of his outstanding talents. Needs to start to head north soon. Here we go, Kemar Roach has bowled superbly in this series so far. 31-year-old opening bowler. That's a good spot from you, Viv. I'm having a look round now as well.
That's a brilliant shot. This time Agarwal punched this one down to long on or mid on. That's a good way to start proceedings.
Lovely way to get off the mark. Holder, we know he's going to bowl it for a little bit of shape. It actually moved a bit off the seam as well. Agarwal was equal to it, punched it straight back past the stumps. Glorious first shot. You see the bat didn't even wobble there. You know it's going to go for 4. The West Indies outfields are fast.
Squirted away. First runs for KL Rahul. Not actually, I don't think where he intended it to go. He looked to go squarer.
Searching for swing there. Kemar Roach. Oh, came back in sharply. Did he get a bit of bat? No. Umpire Kettleborough thinks it's out. Mayank Agarwal asking his partner. And goes for the referral.
Ball tracking coming up now, Richard. Impact is in line. And hitting the wickets, umpire's call. So you'll be staying with your decision. Richard, you're on screen now. Stay with your decision of out.
Great reward for Kemar Roach, who bowled manfully for 1 wicket in that first innings. And disappointment for Mayank Agarwal. Goes for 4, 9 for 1. Pujara, who's not had the best tour after his exploits in Australia during the previous test series for India. This one has not gone the way that he would like so far.
As you said, meager returns for somebody quite prolific like Cheteshwar Pujara in West Indies. He's got a couple of really good deliveries in the first game in Antigua. Kemar Roach.
I should say the anticipated height, but then the odd one is just bouncing a little bit more. There, I want to see a man in there for Cheteshwar Pujara.
Cut away because there was no one there. Didn't try and hit it too hard. Gets himself a boundary.
Bowled, well bowled again, and again that shot from Rahul where the ball comes off the face of the bat and then he looks as though he wants to leave it. It's an interesting idiosyncrasy. I suppose tradition would say that he should have a better base and then be able to hold his position on contact. This one he had a little bit of doubt again. It's a good over before lunch for Shannon Gabriel. But generally a disappointing morning for the West Indies. India taking 4 wickets falling in the session. One of those Mayank Agarwal, and that wicket went to Kemar Roach.
So after refusing to enforce the follow-on, India go to lunch at 16 for 1, 315 runs ahead of the West Indies.
India in their second dig at the crease, 16 for 1. KL Rahul lost his partner Mayank Agarwal very early, just prior to the lunch interval. I'm sure we'll see a lot of overs from this debutant, Rakeem Cornwall. First delivery after lunch. Cornwall to continue. Gets it through. Pujara, who's not afraid to use his feet.
Yeah, he's started using his feet to spinners more now. You see that he's always looking to get forward and get to the pitch of it, and that's his, you know, bailout shot as well.
Uppishly. No ball signal by the umpire. Very good effort from Darren Bravo.
Is he okay there? Has the ball left his hand at that moment? One frame behind that one, I think. There.
Really close. I'll give the benefit.
Oh, it wasn't a bluff, it was a no ball, and it's gone for 4. So it's a pretty disappointing outcome. Not very well directed on this occasion. Really did seem to cut off the wicket, actually. Might be a bit unlucky, that. This one's flicked away to the leg side. The field he's got is an exceptional field when there's a bit of turn. That's a good line. No reward for the bowler, edge for 4. Skidding on with the arm. It's nicely bowled. I just think if Cornwall could go slightly wider on the crease, bowl a slightly wider angle, can afford to bowl it fairly full, encourage Pujara to drive, that would keep him inside the crease. Oh, here we go, that's a beauty. Kemar Roach, gorgeous line and length outside that off stump. And the nick through to Hamilton. Celebrates by hoying the ball miles up in the air. KL Rao's long vigil comes to an end, caught behind with a beauty, Bish.
It is the line I talked about earlier that Ishant Sharma bowled this morning, that the West Indies need to bowl, and Roach, Holder and Gabriel have done it brilliantly. This innings is the turn of Roach to get the rewards. 6 to Rahul, 36 for 2.
Brings out this young man you may have heard of, Virat Kohli. I think he's got potential in the game.
Yes, same line. Finger goes up, same line. Brilliant from Roach. Brilliant. He invested a lot in the first innings and now he's reaping the dividends of it. How often does Virat Kohli go for duck?
Well, it's the first time I've seen it. Beautiful. Ian Bishop called it. Same line, same area, same line. It was exactly the same delivery, exactly the same outcome. Let's have a look. Just enough movement to the new batsman, the perfect position. Hamilton doesn't mess around, throws it up to the moon. Kemar Roach, the luck has finally started to turn for him. And he's now on a hat-trick. Brilliant from Kemar Roach. Virat Kohli has to go. First ball. India now 36 for 3.
Oh no! Every man down on the onside, including Kemar Roach. On their knees, the West Indians. A whisker away from a second hat-trick in 2 days at Sabina.
Well, you see Hetmeyer there on the ground. Hands went to heads. 11 sets of hands went to head. The ball inside edge by Rahane. Let's have a look at this. How close was this? Oh my word. And look at the fielders down. Like a sudden gust of wind blew them off their feet. Here's the crowd. Look at the lady down the front, head in her hands. Kemar Roach can't believe it. That's an aggressive start by Rahane, beautifully played. Down the wicket, gets the pitch, punches it through the offside. This is one of the problems with bowling a very straight line. The batsmen don't worry about running past the ball. You can get the ball a foot wide of off stump. There's always the jeopardy that their man comes down the wicket, spins, or doesn't spin, goes straight on with the arm, it goes past the outside edge.
Very fine, drifting there and tickled away. The boundary to Pujara. .50 up for India.
Not the best delivery from Jason Holder. Drifting down the leg side, and any good batsman is going to pounce on that. Just a little flick and away it run. Just ran away for 4. Let's have a look again. As you can see, pretty wide down leg side. And any batter would relish getting an opportunity to score.
Slightly short, punched away. Does it have the legs to get to the boundary? 3 runs. In the air and taken. Just fending it off, little bit of bounce. And a good catch from Shamar Brooks. Perfectly fine.
That looks good. Let's have a look at this delivery. Whenever you give or pump a batsman up, that is what you get. And I guess maybe I'm working on behalf of the Windies now.
Wicket, we were just talking about how long Pujara can bat. So his series is over as a batsman. Pujara goes for 27. It's 57 for 4.
It's brought the Centurion for his second opportunity in this test. First run after 3 consecutive maidens by the West Indian bowlers. Breaking the shackles a bit here, Ajinkya Rahane.
Nicely punched. But they'll have to put in a little bit of effort to go for the 3rd run. Just presume that ball would go to the boundary. Very, very good running this from Rahane. Recognizing the need to put some pressure back on the West Indies and keeping the scoreboard ticking. Gabriel, he's been disappointing in this match, you've got to say that. He stopped, saved runs for his team, at least 2, maybe 1.
Kimo Paul, the substitute fielder, very active at backward point. Made a really good save a couple deliveries ago. This time getting a hand. 2 hands, in fact. Short pull. Goes all the way. That was a quick delivery from Shannon Gabriel. He was not in control. But runs, it's a scarcity in this innings, and India will take them. Still a very attacking feel for Rakeem Cornwall. This was the last delivery of the last over.
well, not quite in control.
That should be T. Umpires will flick the bail. India will go into the break on 73 for 4. The West Indies will be quite pleased with their bowling effort, this man in particular. This session was quite good for them with the ball.
So at tea, a superb fight back from the West Indies. India on 73 for 4. 3 wickets for Kemar Roach, including the prize scalp of skipper Virat Kohli for a first ball duck. The luck finally changing for Kemar Roach, who's not had much in the 2 test matches so far, but 3 for 12 from 7, 1 for 9 from 8 for the excellent Jason Holder. So at tea, India 73 for 4, 372 runs ahead of the West Indies.
Bihari on 3. Looks very calm, very settled at the crease. I think that's a hallmark of his style of play. Unfazed, unruffled. Ajinkya Rahane, he's a little more purposeful in terms of his approach. Not afraid to use his feet. Try to throw the bowler off. Rakeem Cornwall, look at his economy rate in this innings, under 2. And use of the feet just to smother the length, maybe the turn as well.
That's good company. That's a good shot. Brilliant shot from Bihari. A little wide outside off, so just give him some room. And he used his hands beautifully. Pretty welcoming for India.
Yeah, I don't know how we should qualify Sir Garfield Sobers on that list, because he used to bowl his spin as well.
That's a tricky one. This was a heave from Rahane. When we have a look at it, we can see the intentions from Rahane. Didn't quite get to the pitch. Came off the inside edge.
Nicely played. The elegance of this man, just continuing from where he left off in that first innings.
When you would have scored 100 in the first innings and you get a delivery of this nature, which is on your legs, and you are in good nick, that's what you do with it. Brilliant. Magnificent. Stood his ground, and the wrist came into play. They're quite happy with that. There's a fist bump.
The class again of Bihari through the onside. This time not so square, a little bit straighter. Just to beat the mid-on to his right. Fine shot.
That's when you're in good nick and you're coming off 100. This is meat and drink. Just stood his ground and even just slanted in a little bit, didn't move to you off, just came in a little bit, which created the shot.
Set a new record. They'll need to play shots like this. Second boundary of the over. And it goes to Hanuma Vihari, the man in full form. Look at this, the best of the lot, you would say, Saviv.
This one is hit on the up.
Use of the feet again. No timing. But he will get a boundary. This time Ajinkya Rahane takes the lead now to 400 for India. Definite intent, more intent being shown here.
Yes, we can see that they're looking to go on the attack.
Nice shot. There was an intentional drop of the knees to get under this delivery from Vihari. Gets the elevation and gets the result that he wanted.
Result that I know Captain Kohli would have been pleased about, because certainly it looks like they're looking to increase the tempo. And as we can see Captain Kohli in the background, he'll be happy with that.
Nice use of the feet. Look at that. Advancing, he's been doing it a couple times. Not getting it off the middle of the bat this time. Very successful, most successful for Rahane.
Feet. That is sweet. And especially when the captain gives you the license for you to up the tempo. That's good stuff. Really good stuff.
West Indies now wilting under the attack, under the pump now from the Indian batsman. That's another fine shot, making good use of the crease, going on to the back foot. The previous ball, not the previous ball, the previous ball he had faced, not Rahane, he had gone down the pitch. So Chase dropping it short. That's exactly what Vihari wanted, because then he can go on to the back foot and cut it for a boundary. Not look a gift horse in the mouth, and this is a classic Ajinkya Rahane cover drive.
More runs, creeping closer to that 450 lead, 441 at the moment, and 48 to Rahane, 47 to Vihari.
Bowling it outside the leg stump. Cornwall maybe just a little bit tired and short as well.
Half century for Hanuma Vihari, and it's come in a time where it's suited the needs of India because it's come at a pace. Just 67 deliveries.
Top effort, this top effort, top batting.
In the gap and 4, doesn't matter. It's another boundary and another half century for Ajinkya Rahane. Number 19.
Well, the message did come to throw their bats at the ball and get as many runs as possible. There is a defensive field, all right. There's a long off, a long on, mid-wicket, deep square leg.
Best times for any fast bowler, especially when you're looking to have a go at your opponents, because as you know there's going to be a rest. Here's the declaration.
So there you go, just the 2 overs. Rahane making sure that he knew he was getting a red ink and not out no matter what was happening there. Blocked the last ball, and I don't blame him either. A brilliant game for him. 64. Vihari again to go with his 111 in the first innings, 53 not out. So India have declared 168 for 4. A lead of 467 runs. So Virat Kohli pulls the plug on 168 for 4. Ajinkya Rahane 64 not out. Excellent test series for him. And Vihari goes with his first innings 111, 53 not out. For the West Indies, things didn't improve after the tea break. 3 for 28 from 10 for Kemar Roach, 1 for 20 from 11.4 for Holder. Another mention in dispatches for Rakeem Cornwall, 23 overs, none for 68 to complete a very successful first test match. And so there we have it. India 467 runs ahead. The maths are simple. West Indies need 468 to win. India need 10 wickets to win. Virat Kohli, he knows what's at stake. His team have won the 2020 section, the one-day section, and they're leading the test match section of this tour. And they want to be ruthless. They want to see more of the same that his team gave him last night, where Jasprit Bumrah was irresistible. John Campbell here, averaging 26. We're desperately hoping that today's the day he can get that average up to around the 30 mark, a big 100. And out in the middle with him is Craig Brathwaite.
58 matches, 110 innings, 3,004 runs at an average of 634.06.
So it's Ishant Sharma going to start things off from the Courtney Walsh end here at Spina Park. There's a breeze blowing across the ground, helping his in-swinger. But as you can see, the sun is still blazing, barely a cloud in the sky. Been blessed with gorgeous weather this week. And the Ishant is off. And so is Campbell off the mark. Nice little dink to leg. Oh, that's a nice shot down the ground. Bumrah over pitching. Full follow through with the drive. That's 4 runs.
Let's have a look at Campbell driving down the ground. Nice to be positive as well when you do get an opportunity to let the arms go. Good stuff.
Oh, it's a beauty. An absolute beauty. Just leaving the outside edge of Brathwaite. Ishant Sharma, who normally brings the ball in, has just turned it round, taken it away. The thin edge through to the keeper, Rishabh Pant. The umpire's going to have a look at the foot, I think. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. But Viv, a beautiful bit of bowling.
It is. No movement of Brathwaite's feet, and you can tell it's a batsman out of nick who's looking to nick it with the position that he got himself in, and credit must be given to Sharma. And I guess that whole ploy about Bumrah coming at this particular end would have changed somewhat with the fall of that wicket.
Brathwaite gone for 3, West Indies 9 for 1. So first strike to Ishant Sharma. Craig Brathwaite caught behind. Brings Darren Bravo to the crease.
Shots, man, that's going to be 4. I do not quite believe in that seniority stuff. I will take your call early when you said figures are much more important.
Powerful drive. Was uppish. Campbell will get 4 runs.
That's the Bravo I enjoy, especially when he's on the go. Sorry, Campbell. I'm extremely sorry. This guy is an individual. When he gets going, he can give it a real go. Even though it's a little uppish, there wasn't any fieldsmen in the place.
Nice shot, good balance. This is a good amount of bat on this delivery. Bravo moves to 12.
You know him much better than anyone else does, Darren. He's from your part of the world. Seems like he's come in with some intent in the second innings. Standing outside the crease, played a few shots on the offside. Seems like he has a different mindset this innings.
He's usually a very fluent player, Darren Bravo.
Slapped away. Bumrah in hot pursuit. Should stop it before the boundary. Still 3 runs to John Campbell.
Would let an opportunity go by John Campbell. And gone. I've spoken about his inability to stay tight, to stay disciplined. John Campbell, when you play in that manner outside the off stump, it's just a matter of time before you produce this opportunity. It comes, and Virat Kohli takes it.
They're always behind the line, Mohammad Shami. No worries about that. Possibly his kind of a wicket because he hits those lengths so consistently. Dropped one in a very similar manner, which was Shimron Hetmyer. That burst through his hands, but this time he accepts it gleefully. Does the Indian captain. John Campbell goes for 16. It's 37 for 2.
Shamar Brooks gets another opportunity with the bat in Test match cricket.
It's a different result. Flicked nicely. Darren Bravo has looked good. Gets to 18 with that boundary.
There's no question about his ability. And I think the anxiousness of West Indian fans and supporters is getting them impatient. And that's why there's a lot of debate about Darren Bravo, his form, his lack of productivity in terms of runs. But he's a class player. He's shown it in the past, 8 Test match centuries.
Very nice shot. Pitched up and just eased into it, Shamar Brooks. That'll give him a lot of confidence.
Over pitch delivery. Difference here, it was straighter, it was on the line of the off stump, so Shamar Brooks just had to get his body weight and head going in the direction of where he wanted to play it.
As a bowler, you don't mind it because you've got men in catching positions.
Inducing the drive, the false stroke. Bumrah, what an over. 45 for 2. That's the end of the day's play. A testing last over for Bravo, who survives.
2 wickets in the last session. More than 30 overs bowled. Second session yielded 3 wickets, and the first session, the maximum number of wickets, 4. So West Indies on day 3, 45 for 2. 2 more days to go, and still 423 runs adrift.
So at the close, the West Indies finish on 45 for 2 from 13 overs. Much more solid start compared to their last 2 innings. But a wicket for Shami and a wicket for Ishant means that things aren't exactly plain sailing. There we go, the bowlers. 1 for 13 for Ishant, 1 for 12 for Shami, as the day finishes 45 for 2. So this is where the match stands. India 4-1-6 in their first innings. West Indies replied with 1-1-7. India declined to enforce the follow-on, made 168 for 4. In the second innings, West Indies 45 for 2, still needing 423 more runs to win. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Highlights, and we'll see you soon.